Hello, so the objective that I chose for this chapter was to describe the differences between central and multiple resource theories of attention capacity. So the first one, central resource theories, this compares human attention capacity to a single source from which all activities are taken from. So there's one source that all activities are drawing their attention from. And if we're doing several tasks at once, the attention required for all of them is taken from one large pool. So imagine that you have a cup filled with water, then this represents the attention capacity of an individual. And then imagine that you have little pieces of sponge that represent the task and activities that a person does. So as more sponges or tasks are added to the cup, the less water there is going to be, therefore the less attention there's going to be because it's getting sucked away. And some tasks might get more attention or they might get less depending on when they came in. However, the tasks can still be performed successfully because they are receiving attention. They may just not be performed as well as they could be. The problem is that when all the available attention is focused on those tasks, if additional tasks are then taken on, there might not be any attention left. So if you keep adding sponges to the cup, eventually there's not going to be any more water to be sucked in, and therefore, like in the analogy, if you keep adding activities, eventually your attention is just, there's not going to be enough for the additional activities. So there's Kahneman's model of attention that's presented in the book, and he basically describes the central pool as having a flexible capacity, so the amount of attention can change depending on the environment, so particular conditions, the task performed, or the situation. So the amount of water or attention in the cup can vary depending on these factors. And then there's multiple resource theories. So on the other hand, these state that individuals have several attention mechanisms, but each have a limited resource. So instead of just having one cup, a central pool where attention is taken from, there are multiple cups, but they have like smaller amounts of attention. So he established 3 different sources, and these are input and output modalities, so vision, limbs, speech, stages of information and processing, perception, memory, encoding, response, output, and codes of processing information, which is verbal or spatial codes. So success in performing multiple tasks depends on whether those tasks demand attention from a common source, or one cup, or different resources, like different cups. And if the 2 tasks share a common resource, they will not be performed as well if they were shared from different resources. So if we're thinking about the several cups filled with water, if 2 tasks require a particular source or one cup to be successful, then more attention is getting sucked away from that cup, and so they're receiving less than they would be if they were separated.